Man, what's going on out here, man? It's a lot going on in the music industry with Diddy. It's a lot going on in the March Madness with the women. Angel Reese is out. Caitlin Clark is still in, man. So much news going on, but I'm going to keep you informed. It's your boy Beav, and these are the breaks.
These
are the breaks.
You know what it is.
What's going on? It's your boy Beav. I know I've been gone for a long time, but you already know it's Wednesday, April 3rd, and these are the breaks. Let's go ahead and open up with Breaks University, and it's a sad day. The Barbie Bayou Barbie, all that good razzle dazzle. Angel Reese is out of March Madness, the women's bracket. We had the Civil War Part 2, Iowa versus LSU. If it wasn't one thing, it was another. If it wasn't the LA Times talking about how, LSU and UCLA previously was black versus white. If it's not Kevin Mulkey over here, she don't know how to treat her players. But fuck all that. Regardless of that, Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. And, Caitlin Clark took care of her business in regards to it, got Iowa past LSU. And it was a sad day on that podium for Angel Reese because now we kind of figure out, is she going to stay? Is she going to go? Who might know? Those NIL deals is something crazy. But one thing I do want to talk about is the internet. When I tell you Twitterland was going crazy and things like that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all for, slandering players and stuff like that. But the internet did go a little bit too far. They calling Clayton Clark, Jim Carrey and Angel Reese and talking about personal stuff, and that's when the line is drawn. I don't mind, a little fun and games, and people getting clowned and stuff like that. Even the point guard for LSU who couldn't stick Clark to save her life. She was on roller skates all night long, but it's okay. Try again next year. That's how we're just gonna look at it from there. Juju and the USC Trojans took a high L as well. Was bounced by UConn. Now, we don't know if the NCAA wanted to see UConn versus Iowa again. I really don't want to see it. But you know what, Juju, you had a hell of a season for a freshman. Juju, all I can say is keep doing your thing. You got USC on your back, and I'm going to tell you right now, the recruits are on their way, and you will be back in that promised land. Because once Caitlin Clark is gone, it's your world, baby. It's your world to run. So we'll go ahead. So, Final Four matchup, this is who we got. We got Iowa versus UConn. We got South Carolina versus NC State. Now, that's something to see. And something that was good about the Women's March Madness, over 12.3 million views for the, Elite Eight matchup. And that's only going to get better. And I'm telling you, the tide is turning a little bit when it comes to women's sports and men's sports. We are turning more into watching women's sports compared to, men's sports. But it is what it is. Now, let's go ahead and turn over to the men's bracket. Houston out. Illy, get the fuck out. They got stumped by UConn in regards to that. But, hey, it's okay. The next coming matches that we got is necessary UConn versus Bama. And then we got NC State versus Purdue. Now, this is going to be a crazy matchup because that big boy matchup, NC State versus Purdue, I'm just going to let you know right now, it's going to be a lot of banging and a lot of movement going on down there. And we're going to see who's going to come up on top because I feel that Zach Edey is not everyone keeps saying he's not an NBA prospect, and this is one of the worst NBA classes by far, which I do agree. Zach Edey is nothing but a poor man's Zubac. And you see how Zubac gets in the way of himself. And Zubac got a little bit more offensive game than Zach Edey. Not saying he can't succeed in the league, but I don't really see him being something I can really rely on night in and night out. I think he's going to be more of a person that gives me, 10 and 10. And after that, it's going to be 5 fouls after that. So we're going to go ahead and see what's going on with that. But, the breaks is always going to keep you up to date. And what's up to date is Bronny. Bronny is entering the transfer portal. And you probably thinking, okay, Bronny's on the move, but why? And a lot of people say, USC. You got to be honest. I'm being honest and modest, right? Bronny had health concerns early when he was at USC. When Bronny was there, he recovered. It was a top-heavy guard type of class that was there. Bronny wasn't going to get an opportunity on the court. And I keep saying this over and over again, and I'm going to use the, Kentucky as an example. You can't have a team filled with a whole bunch of fucking kids that are really good. It's like Sierra Canyon, right? He was good, but it's a bunch of them that we probably didn't even know about because they was just as good. We got to get back to the old days when kids is one or two good kids, a bunch of goddamn kids we don't know about, and they going against the one or other two kid that's real good, a bunch of other players we don't know about that actually are really good. That makes basketball more interesting. That's why the women's is so good, because you want to know why? It's literally one or two good women on that basketball team versus the other team that got one or two good women on that basketball team, and it makes it so much entertaining. Instead, I'm watching the fucking Avengers versus DC. And we all know Marvel is better than DC. And that shit gets boring really fast. So that's why if Bronny picks a school, he doesn't need to go to Kentucky. He doesn't need to go to UConn. He doesn't need to go to Duke. He doesn't need to go to Ohio State, right? He needs to go to somewhere where he is not going to be really seen. I would say go to, follow your coach. Go to SMU. Or, let's go to St. John. Let's go to Colorado. Let's go somewhere when you are now the star. Okay. And when you're the star, Bronny, right, you can showcase your talent, right? I'm not saying you're going to be like your dad. I don't want to put that pressure on you, right? Even LeBron kind of chirped back and said, you know what? I'm just gearing up for his decision, right? Bron, you got to say that now because you put the pressure on him and it came tumbling down. I don't want to say tumbling down like the bridge because, that's kind of insensitive. But, hey, it came down crashing. And now we just got to really sit and wait to figure out, is this something that Bronny's going to do? And, Bronny, take your time, right? You're going to get paid regardless. So take your time, figure out where you need to go, but do not go to a university and team up with more kids that are just outstanding. It's going to be a wash. And next thing you know, stock keeps going further and further down. If you need time, be like Burns from NC State. The kid's, 23, almost 24? And he's still playing ball. He was supposed to be in the draft class with Zion in him. Now he finessed it on the 5th floor, eating hibachi. I'm just being honest with you, bro. So figure it out. And once you figure it out, you're going to be a goddamn stud. 3-and-D, like the, 2K players. But what we're going to do, we're going to park it right here. When we come back, I got a lot to talk about when it comes to this NBA talk because it's almost playoff time. And Shohei, you ain't showing me shit. But we'll be right back. Got to pay these bills.
And these are the breaks.
These are the breaks. You know what it is.
Profanity Nation. A podcast For the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Keller Williams.
Welcome back. Hey, I'm glad you tuned in with me because it's your boy Beav, and we back on the breaks, man. Let's go straight to the NBA. I'm going to tell you who's back, and guess who it is? It's Embiid. He's back. Philly, stand up. Can I get some hand claps for the people in Philly, man? I know y'all been through a lot, and Embiid is back. Now, what does that mean for your playoff run? Not a goddamn thing. You're going to be out the first round, but we do get to see some entertaining basketball and the parlays. Oh, the parlays. They will be singing because we know how Embiid performs. So, 76ers, let's see how you can gear up because I can think they can make some noise in the playoffs if Embiid is coming right. Last night, he put up about 24 points in his return, and we got to see how that's going to work out in the long run. But good things are on the horizon for the 76ers. Los Angeles Clippers, I have to compose myself because if you watch the breaks, you also know that I do, Clippers, full clip, Clippers Unleashed, and Kawhi. Kawhi's hurt again. What the fuck? I'm tired. I'm frustrated. And, the Clippers are basically got annihilated by the Kings last night. And I'm to a point where me as a Clipper fan, a reporter, and an analyst, I don't get too high. I don't go out and smoke that motherfucking pink cocaine that Diddy been passing out at all the parties.
Okay.
I just pretty much stand right here in my little bubble. Don't get too high, too low, because you want to know why the Clippers just keep letting me down. So now we got to sit here and figure out what's going on with Kawhi. Even though I paid him, the verdict is still out. Call the ambulance, call everybody. It's just a ridiculous thing that we're going through. I want to give a big shout out. Rajon Rondo is retiring. Let's go ahead and clap it up for him in regards to that. Rajon Rondo is retiring. If you don't know, he was the menace to society type of look like when he was in Boston with Doc Rivers in that run. He probably put a lot of Laker fans in misery. But
winner!
My favorite Rajon Rondo moment, even though he joined the Lakers and won there too, is when he fought Chris Paul and swung at Chris Paul. That is top Rondo, right? I didn't see, Chris Paul, you still get your jersey retired with me. You still good peoples, but Rajon Rondo was putting them paws on you. That's all I want to let you know as he's going out the door. And then, of course, before we get out of the NBA, something that's very ailing, I want all Laker fans right now to bring out, the prayer circle and things like that. But LeBron's reign is slowly coming to an end. The King said it himself. He said, man, I don't know how long I got in the league, probably a year or two. But I'm going to tell you right now, Laker fans, that farewell tour is on the way. And in my eyes, I'm going to tell you right now, Lakers going to make a big move in the offseason. I don't know what it is, what it's going to be, but the Lakers going to make a big move. The Lakers don't draft nobody. They don't like to develop nobody. They think Austin Reeves is the great white hope that y'all got. That's the only thing y'all pretty much developed. Outside of that, y'all got to figure out something to do because LeBron is leaving. LeBron, in his eyes, have touched every mecca of what he wanted to touch, and he's going to try to finish with a championship before he go. Either he go or that hairline go. We don't know who's going to go first, but somebody got to go. Let's go ahead and pivot gears to Major League Baseball. Shohei Ohtani, you got all this money, you ain't show me shit. You been gambling, you ain't showing me shit. I think we neck and neck when it comes to parlays because every time I put it in for you, you don't do nothing. It's driving me crazy. But I will say this, Dodgers is on a hot streak. Dodgers, Mookie, Freeman, everybody else can participate but Ohtani. It's something really going on there. But the Dodgers are doing their thing. Los Angeles Angels. It's a fucking tongue tie saying that, right? They stink. They really stink. And Ron Washington had to pull them after 2 games to a team meeting in which, yesterday they won a game. They won a game in Baltimore and they won a game in Miami. But they had to bring it together for a correlation. Now, Ron Washington, I have nothing but respect for the man. But the Angels, get your shit together. Like, it's no way y'all should be this bad. I know y'all lost Ohtani, but damn. It's crazy. Next thing, New York Yankees. I know the San Diego Padres is sick that they traded Soto to the Yankees. And they even though they lost last night, 5-1 ain't too shabby, right? That's some good baseball right there. And we're just gonna have to see, because I'm telling you right now, I want Dodgers and Yankees World Series. Can you see the magnitude of that? East Coast versus West Coast. This is equivalent to Diddy versus Death Row Records. And you see how both of them went down, right? Both of them going to end up in jail. But we're not going to say no players going to jail, other than Shohei Ohtani's interpreter. But everybody else is going to be okay. Everybody's going to be free. Everybody can go ahead and enjoy life as it is. So we will definitely see how that go. Might be a few fans in jail from squabbling every night. But we are going to see how it goes, because that's what I want. But you know who should be in jail? The Oakland A's. There's no way in hell you all have on opening night, you only have 5,000 fans in attendance. 5,000 fans. This is crazy. It's no way in hell. Like, I know y'all going to Vegas. They're going to tear down Tropicana and build this whole lovely stadium. But it's like, who is going to be your fan base? I know everyone turns their back on you on Oakland, but damn. 5,000? Me being a visiting team, I probably could beat you with ease. I can hear a pin drop in that thing. Like, y'all really wasting taxpayers' money even keeping the lights on. You should just forfeit the whole season, because y'all not going to win anything. You're not good. It's just a pitfall and just nothing but trash. And it's crazy to me that if you look at it as a landscape, it's just really disappointing, right? But I will tell you this, as the MLB season goes on, there's a few players I do want to give a shout out to early in the season. Yelich for the Milwaukee Brewers is definitely doing his thing out there. I also want to give a shout out to Witt Jr., Kansas City player as well, going crazy out there. But I have to go back to the Dodgers. And you probably think I'm going to talk about the Dodgers, as a whole. No, I'm going to talk about this, right? Me being the brother that loves to eat, hey, you could make fun on troll all you want to. So what? The Dodgers food selection is out this world. If you haven't checked out the new menu, you need to get your fat ass down there with me, and let's go get some meat. The reason why I'm saying this is because they have, I'm a chicken connoisseur, and they have a Korean chicken bucket, chicken and fries in the bucket. If you don't like that, they got other options. I would say a plethora of hot chicken. They got, since Shohei Ohtani and the Japanese culture has elevated at Dodger Stadium, they have a lot of Japanese options in there as well. And I'm going to tell you right now, the beer is still high, but we will participate in drinking as much beer as we can and mixing it with the wings. Because if you know my get down, right, at the Blue Saloon, shout out to Beyonce, which is Blue Flame in Atlanta if you don't know. I love my beer. I love my wings. It's called entertainment. But what we going to do, we're going to park it right here. When I come back, I got more news when it comes to the NFL. And before we go, we got to talk about this music industry, man. We losing a lot of recipes, and we gaining some. So we're going to see how this kind of mix up and what we're going to receive music-wise. Let's park it right here. I'll see you in a moment.
And these are the breaks.
These are the breaks. You know what it is.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Keller Williams.
Welcome back. It's your boy Beav, and you already tuned into the breaks. You already know how we get down over here. NFL, the Chiefs. If it's not high-speed racing, it's signing broken down parts. Carson Wentz is the backup now for the Kansas City Chiefs. It's interesting, right? Will he get a championship? He's with Andy Reid, who used to be with the Philadelphia Eagles. You already know how this goes. And we just got to see if is he going to get a championship. He gets to back up Patrick Mahomes. So, you know, he's not going to really come out the game that much. So it's pretty much an easy, breezy, beautiful scenery, right? They also bring back Carlos Edward Wares, right? Long-ass name for no reason. He's coming back as one of the running backs as well behind Pacheco. Again, easy, breezy, beautiful scenery, right? Now, let's talk about this. I've been waiting to get to this topic, right? Crash dummy of 2024. Rashid Rice. I call him Crash Out, right? If you don't know, he was in another state in Dallas, Texas, with his boys. He rented a Lamborghini. And he crashed it on the highway. Well, you know what he did after he crashed it? He jumped out and got on. Owie! Now, not telling people how to break the law, but that's pretty smart.
Okay.
The reason being is if he would have stayed at the scene, he probably would have got tested for DUI, and there's more trouble on the scene than anything before. We are glad nobody is hurt. But since he jumped out the car and ran away, it's considered a hit and run. Now, that does still is equivalent as, you know, what happened at the scene, but they can't test him, right? He had a few days to sober up. He left his cleats in the car as a souvenir to let you know he was there. But, again, we're going to see how this plays out. But, hey, it's something about wide receivers and fast cars. They like to go fast on the field. They like to go fast off the field, but something's going to crash. And it's clearly every time they get off the field, they crash and out the league. So, young fella, we hope that you don't crash out. And I hope you have a successful career, but slow it down, man. You jumped out, your whole crew. Come on, man. Enough is enough. Elliott, right? You know Elliott. Everybody know Elliott, right? The running back that used to be with Dallas Cowboys, right? Zeke, the freak. Elliott might return back to Dallas, and that might be something fun to see. He left, for better pastures, but, it wasn't as good. But I think that would be a great fit in Dallas because Dallas clearly don't want to spend money on nothing. So, hey, bring back the oldies. Hassan Reddick is gone from Philly. That broke my heart, but we couldn't come to a contract agreement. So we traded him out of the NFC to the AFC, which is my biggest hurrah. We don't got to see his ass anymore. In my division, causing hell. But, hey, bye-bye. You enjoy yourself out there in New York. Hey, I know you playing on MetLife. I hope you will have a healthy season because that field is trash. All right? Performance checks has been handed out. $81 for Aaron Rodgers. Now, this is mind-boggling because, they get checks for performances, little bonuses and stuff like that. Aaron Rodgers got $81 to basically run out on the field holding the American flag. Because he didn't play that long. He blew his Achilles in like less than 1 or 2, 3 minutes. This is crazy. But, hey, more power. Take that $81, put it on Prize Picks and all that good stuff on your offseason. Get you some more money, right? One more thing before we get to my breakout session. A few days ago, fight broke out between, you know, Vince Young and the individual at the thing. Vince Young was playing mediator. If you haven't seen it, go look it up. And he was sucker punched by a fan. I'm going to tell you right now, if I'm with my crew and I'm trying to play mediator and I get sucker punched by somebody, y'all better stump him like no tomorrow. Now, again, here at the Breaks, we don't condone violence, but goddamn it, I need violence in this situation. I can't get sucker punched on camera. TMZ get their hands on everything. And for me to be on camera getting sucker punched like that, it just takes my all my credentials away. Heisman, all that. You want to know why? They're going to say I have a soft jaw. I don't need that on my resume. So whoever bring me your entourage crew, make sure they got their boots on. I want you to A-Town stomp his ass to know tomorrow. And that's the fact, Jack. So let's go ahead and transition to breakout industry time. Oh, man. It's been a crazy week in the industry. Of course, we got Beyonce and her new country album who has hit the scene. I'm just going to tell people right now, Beyonce is here. This country album is here. And it's no need to cry about it no more. She's gonna take over the charts. So it's about time for you to get your cowboy hats on. And for everyone out there saying it's not country, I'm gonna tell you right now, some of the country artists that you listen to, I guarantee they grew up in the city. And they just singing about shit that they seen from when you was going through it. At least this person's a homegrown Houston artist, and I guarantee you some of the shit she's singing about is pretty much on track of what she probably grew up with. I guarantee it. But what's crazy to me in the music industry right now is it's a lot going on, and it starts with Diddy. The verdict is out. You know, we got a new term in the streets. We do not say pause anymore. We are running around saying no Diddy because Diddy is a wild boy. I mean, they show clips after clips, him trying to, you know, touch Mike Tyson in certain clips and certain old interviews coming out with. That's a freaky man. It's no. My thing is, right, it's no way you should be that horny. He was so horny that, you know, it came out that, you know, him and Meek Mill, he called Meek Mill daddy. I mean, all this stuff right here. And Meek Mill never defended himself against it. He defended everything else but the accusation. Meek, was you the freak of the week for Diddy? And it's crazy to me. If we don't got Diddy stuff going on, we got beef. And the beef is, you know, Drake versus the world. Now, one of my colleagues came on here and said some outlandish trash shit in regards to his top 5. And I'm just going to be real honest with you. In the last 10 years, there has been a plethora of artists that has graced the stage, right? Of course, we know Drake is one of them and all this good stuff like that. But in the last 10 years, it has been some artists that just cannot be touched, right? Kendrick Lamar is one that cannot be touched. J. Cole.
Winner.
Can't be touched. Kanye West.
Winner.
Can't be touched. Let's look at it a little bit thing. Drake can definitely be on that list.
Winner.
And now we get to the 5th seed, right? The 5th seed is a kind of toss-up. But if you really want to just look at the landscape of hip-hop, that 5th seed can definitely be an open chair for a lot of artists. And you're probably thinking, well, who can have that 5th chair, right? Can it be Nicki Minaj? It's a hell no. That 5th seat will stay open until I get a response from Drake. Matter of fact, Drake won't even be on my top 5. You want to know why? Because you're running scared. I never seen a man that will address everything else, right? I would give that 5th slot to Pusha T. You want to know why? That's the first artist I have seen that bullied a man to raise his kid. He got on the track and bullied Drake, and Drake said, I can't beef with you no more, you're too mean. So what you think Kendrick gonna do to your little soft ass? Bum? Big stinker? Come on, Drake, get in the booth. I'm gonna start slandering you till you get in the booth. Man, I'm gonna get on there and start acting trash. But man, hey, we gonna stop it right here. It has been another episode of The Breaks. It's your boy Beav, man. Hey, tune in, follow me, I leave it to be 31. And on Fridays, right, 8 a.m. in the morning, turn on your TV, turn on YouTube, turn on everything. Full clips, Clippers Unleashed on Infanity TV. Come see me talk about the Clippers. Hey, I know we might stink down, but we're going to win it. Catch y'all next week, man.